First at 6, in a WPBF 25 News investigation, mounting demands for testimony under oath from key players in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. The calls come 2 days after a congressional shadow hearing in West Palm Beach.
The main question, why did state and federal government protect Epstein, allowing him to go on and abuse hundreds of more girls and young women? Good evening. I'm Felicia Rodriguez.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock. Investigative reporter Terry Parker has been covering this case since it started back in 2005 and joins us now in the newsroom.
And Terry, you reported on all of these developments as they happened.
I did, and I went back and I pulled some of my former reporting to try to get a handle on how Epstein escaped true justice, because we know the timeline, but what we don't really know is what were the behind-the-scenes reasons that he got such preferential treatment. During Tuesday's shadow hearing, the crowd broke into wild applause when one speaker said that we need to get these prosecutors to explain under oath what really happened and find out who was really pulling the strings.
In 2006, Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Reiter presented his underage sex abuse case against Jeffrey Epstein to then State Attorney Barry Krischer. Reiter told me Krischer was at first enthusiastic, saying they were going to take Epstein down for felony charges. But then Reiter says Krischer suddenly changed his tune and decided against it.
What happened? Who called him? Who did he talk to? Was his team overpowered?
Krischer instead took the case to a grand jury, where even though there were over 24 victims, only 2 were called. Prosecutor Lana Belolovec questioning the teen victims as though they were the ones on trial, asking one, "You understand you, in effect, were committing prostitution yourself."
Prosecutors shockingly minimized the abuse, limited the witnesses, and treated vulnerable young girls as if they were criminals.
Reiter was so upset he took the evidence to then U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, not knowing prosecutors there would work out their own sweetheart deal. They wouldn't prosecute at all if Epstein pleaded guilty to 2 minor state prostitution charges and registered as a sex offender. And the whole deal was kept secret.
There was an effort to conceal the scope of Epstein's offenses, the fact that a federal indictment had been drafted against Jeffrey Epstein, the fact that there were more than 2 victims involved.
Epstein was sentenced to 18 months, serving only 13, and got house arrest. He was able to spend 12 hours a day at his lawyer's office in downtown West Palm Beach, allowed even to leave there and go back to the scene of the crime, his Palm Beach mansion. One victim says he raped her multiple times there, wearing his ankle monitor.
Jeffrey Epstein was under house arrest for the molestation of underage girls at the exact time he was abusing me.
Epstein went on to abuse hundreds more young women and girls. Fast forward to 2019 when New York prosecutors decide to open a new case. Acosta, now Secretary of Labor, under new scrutiny, blamed Krischer.
In 2006, a grand jury convened by the state attorney, the district attorney of Palm Beach County, reviewed the evidence and recommended a single charge. And that charge would have resulted in no jail time at all.
Acosta claimed he was the one who insisted on 2 charges and jail time. That night, Barry Krischer fired back, accusing Acosta of rewriting history, saying he was ready to prosecute Epstein until he learned of the secret negotiations between Epstein's lawyers and Mr. Acosta.
However, emails later revealed that Krischer was in contact with the federal prosecutors right up to the time of that plea hearing. Acosta ended up resigning as Labor Secretary shortly after that news conference. Krischer had already retired as state attorney back in 2009, and he has not responded over the years to my requests for any interviews on this topic. In fact, he or anybody else has never made any public statement about the Epstein case, so it remains to be seen if this new public pressure will make any difference and get anybody to testify. Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.
All right, Terry, thank you. And as a reminder, you can see Terry Parker's investigations every Thursday evening right here on WPBF 25 News at 6. You can also watch her past coverage anytime by going to our website, WPBF.com, or downloading our free WPBF 25 News app. Just look under the Investigate tab.